Yeah, good morning. This is unaccustomed as I am. No, seriously, because I don't talk to business people. There's not an actual audience, but I want to just show you something, if that's okay, Lee. Stay right there, mate. Put that in there. Guys, need hands-free with a microphone. This works real easily. I've got these things. You're not going to see them very clearly while they're down here, but trust me, we'll give you a better view. They're not anything particular, but it's just to give a demonstration of something. When I get into magic, I was like really, really young, watching TV, and you know what I thought magic was about? What I imagined happening. Like, say, Lee, come here. If I take that one, can you hold that really tight? Just make sure you hold it really tight so I can get to it. What I thought magic was all about was, and I remember watching the magic show on TV, and he was doing like making doves appear, and I was imagining this cage in the dressing room with these doves at one point, they're disappearing and appearing on stage. That's what I thought, and I thought magic should look like that, right? And so what I kind of did is I've kind of worked on that premise, because I know that people say you can't make matter disappear, you can only change its shape. Want to bet? Because all you do is take that from there and it will completely disappear. You can't really change its shape, all you can do is move it. Right. Just turn your hand over really slowly, open your hand, tell everybody what you've got. I know, right? How annoying am I? Cheers, Lee, next one. Yeah, everyone wanted a bit of magic, so I thought I'd put a bit of magic in there. Hi, I'm Scott. My business is called Scotland's Magician. There's some photos going to come up in here in a wee slideshow type thing that Lee set up for me. Can I just say all the photos were by George at a wedding that I did, so that's what they're for. Yeah, my journey. This is weird. Because when I was thinking about this, I thought, actually, it's been quite interesting. I've not noticed because I've been very closely involved in it, so I've not seen it. But let's go right back. I was 7. Right, and I remember this is really clear memory for me because it made a massive difference to me. We were on a holiday in Bournemouth and there was a magic show in the evening. It was for an adult, not like adult as in adult, right? But just because it was for the grown-ups. And I was the only kiddie there. So obviously I get pulled up on the stage to help the magician. And obviously everything went wrong until I get given the magic wand. Waved the magic wand and the magic happened. How cool is that? Like, see, when you're 7, and not only that, but see, after that, at the holiday, there's Scott, the magic guy. I thought, so the ego developed there as well. Okay, and I thought, so 2 cool things happened. So from that point, it was magic sets for birthdays, Christmas. The local library had books in magic. Who knew? Right, and I went and bought those. Fast forward, got to high school. And in my class, when I got to high school, was the Scottish Young Magician of the Year. Who knew that was a thing? I'd never met anyone else that did it. So through him, I got introduced to Tam Shepherd's Magic Shop in Queen Street in Glasgow. It is the magic. See that there's an old boy behind the counter? That's Roy Walton. Right, Guillermo knows. Guillermo's a great card magician, by the way. Roy Walton, he is just a legend in magic, absolute legend, but he'll never admit it, he's really shy. Through Tam Shepherd's, I get introduced to the Scottish Conjurers Association, which is a magic club that meets on Wednesdays in the West End of Glasgow. Right? That's where it started, just those connections getting through to there. The Magic Club is for hobbyists. It's for people just into magic, but they did these wee shows. They went about and did these wee, like, 50-50 shows where we'd split the proceeds, some to clubs, some to charity, whatever we're doing. And I know this, I'm going to say this right. I know that everyone's going to go, yeah, right, but anyway, I'm quite shy, right? See, stop it. No, it's true. I'm opening up here. I'm quite shy, right? And see, when I was like teenage years, I was really painfully shy. I still am. I still have issues walking into some shops if there's nobody else there. I get really weird. I know it's strange, but I can't explain. But anyway, but when I was doing the magic, I found that I could just be me. I didn't need to be anybody. I could just be me. And I don't play a part on stage. I'm just being me. So it's the same person you meet when I'm doing that. I just found it was my thing. Left school. Didn't do college or university because me and the education system didn't get on too well. The feeling was mutual, right? Nothing wrong. I can't blame the school's teachers at all. Purely me. I just didn't get into it. Just didn't see the point, which is why I now have, like Lee said, the arithmetic show, because I don't want kids to feel that way, right? If you can get them into doing maths and things now, it's going to help them a lot in the future. It would have helped me, but I didn't do that. I started working part-time in off sales, which is awesome. I got to take my work home with me. That was really cool. But the thing about it is, that was amazing. You see that off sales? It was part of Victoria Wine. There was a chain called Haddo's. Everyone remember Haddo's? That's sad, you're really old then. Right? But what they did at Victoria Wine was they weren't just a bottle shop, right? They took us and trained us. I had letters after my name for a little while because I had the Wine and Spirit Education Trust thing. We had to sample wines and you could tell about the soil types things. I've done all that. That was really interesting. Except they wouldn't promote me. There's an internal vacancy, I didn't get it. I took the huff and left. And then things kind of like, because I did different jobs, and the reason I did different jobs was I collected redundancies. Right? Now, here's the thing, 2 of the people that made me redundant, I got Shop of the Year awards for. And then they made me redundant. Right? Maybe, is it just me? Is it? Yeah. It could be just me. Right? And by the way, the companies I work for have all gone now, but that wasn't me either, just so you know. But the thing is, I like doing the sales thing because I like talking to people. Don't know if you're getting that, but I do like talking to people. And when I got that 3rd redundancy, it really hit me really badly. Really hit me really badly. And looking at other jobs, I couldn't see anything that I really wanted to do. Now, while I've been doing these other sales jobs, I'd been doing magic on the side. I was doing kiddies' parties at weekends. I was doing corporate close-up magic because there weren't many close-up magicians, right? Close-ups hadn't really hit at that point. So basically, after, I think I'd been for an interview as assistant manager at a shoe shop. Now, I'm not putting that down, by the way, but it just didn't do it for me. I said to my wife, I said to Dawn, I'm really not liking this job hunting thing. Why don't I just try going full-time at magic? Right? Business Gateway had a couple of deals going for a couple of grants and things to get involved. And you know what? She just said, if you want. Now, I didn't feel any pressure before that point, but suddenly, you know, I thought, So I put together a business plan through Business Gateway, who are fantastic people, especially the 2.5 hours of double-entry bookkeeping. See, I didn't do well at school, right? So that... But anyway, they were fabulous. They were brilliant. They really helped me. Got this business plan together. And in my first year, I estimated that I was getting an income of 10 grand in my first year. Now, I thought that was quite conservative, but at the same time, not done this before. That first year I ended up with 16 grand. And that was purely because I went to do this and decided that I wouldn't say no. So if somebody came to me and said, Scott, do you want to do this? I said, yeah. So quite early on when I went full-time, a guy came up from London, Paul Farris. He's a great guy. He was doing a corporate event in the Lighthouse in Glasgow, and he said, do you want to come do it? We're doing an adult version of the Generation game, right? While they're drunk, it's called the D-Generation game. And he said, you come up, be an expert, you teach a thing, then you score them on it. I went, really? And the reason I did it, other people didn't want to do it because it wasn't paying a lot of money. But I thought, oh, that sounds cool. Went up and did it. It was really cool, especially the Potter's Wheel bit. You have to be there for that. It is amazing. So after the event, I said, Scott, do you like, I'm doing another one next week in Droitwich Spa. Do you want to come do it? He says, what I'll do is I'll get you accommodation. I can't pay you a huge fee because we've already budgeted it. And I said, yeah, without actually looking and seeing how far Droitwich Spa was. It's a long way, right? But I went down and did it. And after then, I've done around 120 of these events for Paul all around the country, right? Through that, I started doing trade shows for him, which is another one of the things that I do. And through doing trade shows, I met other people, other way. Basically, I didn't say no. And that's still what I do just now. If somebody comes and says, Scott, do you want to make it sound fun? And I'll come and do it. I did stand-up comedy for a year. Not as a career thing, just to see if I could. My first 5 minutes is on YouTube. It looks like I've got a metal rod up my back. Because here's, when you do magic, you use your hands, and all of a sudden you don't need your hands anymore. It's difficult. But from that, Raymond Mearns. You know Raymond Mearns? Top comedian in Scotland. Raymond is a legend. Raymond booked me for one of his comedy clubs and paid me. So I became a professional stand-up comedian for a night. That was cool, right? Scariest thing I've ever done? My guitar teacher asked me if I wanted to play with him on stage. And I said, Yeah, because I do that. I just say, yeah, okay. How hard can that be? Turns out really bloody hard. 4 chords is all I had to do in a circle, and it was really, really tough. So here's the thing. I don't know how much time we got. You're going to gong me or something, mate? Last minute. Awesome. Well, I know, right? Don't do that again. He got 20 minutes last time. Can I do it? No. So the thing is, and Darren's sort of challenged. By the way, Darren Crines. How cool is Darren Crines, by the way? Right, come on. I've had some challenges. We're not all business related, but I've gone kind of like, Darren has been looking after me recently. Big Jim Bryceland. He's had an arm around me for the last 5 years, looking after me. He's just an awesome guy. It's the same, my business, doing magic, it's the same as everybody else. We have the same challenges, right? We have to go and find business. We have to make sure that we get the business and see those amateurs out there that are trying to do what we do, who are undercutting you all the time. Ignore them. They're not competition, right? The only competition at the same level as you, and they're so not. We do what we do because we're brilliant at it, right? Right? Yes. Yeah. So I found that coming out doing the referral thing has been fantastic for me because it means that I don't get caught in the price conflict with anything. It's word of mouth. I'd like to think there's so many people here who have booked me for events. I hope you've all enjoyed them. Yes. Good answer. I don't know, that's kind of me. I know I've not told you much about what I do. I'm Scott. I'm a magician. I do magic shows. My company's called Scotland's Magician, and I make memories magical. Thanks.